You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my review of Disney Nature's Polar Bear. Before we get into this review, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. Polar Bear is a 2022 nature documentary that follows a polar bear as she teaches her new cub all of the lessons she once learned from her own mother. So this is an annual Earth Day tradition, not only for Disney Nature, but also for myself. Now the series has squarely aimed its efforts at Disney Plus exclusives. However, when they were releasing these nature documentaries theatrically, I would round up as many people as I could to go and support these films in theaters because Disney made donations to specific animal related charities based on opening weekend box office results. This year, Disney has just donated a grant to Polar Bears International, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving and helping polar bears moving forward. Now, what this grant amount was, they don't list on the website, but Polar Bears International is also promoting the film and very clearly is passionate about working on this project as well. In addition, I just love nature documentaries. I'm a huge animal person. I'm a vegan, and animal rights is a topic I'm passionate about. Environmentalism in general is something I strive to do my best with. And creating family friendly content that all ages can enjoy, that not only educate, but hopefully help to inspire change is something that I want to support. So, how is Polar Bear? Well, I'm sad to say it's probably one of my least favorite Disney nature documentary films to date. It obviously still has its merits, but it just didn't quite get me the way many of these previous films have. So let's go ahead and start off with the positives first. First positive is the subject, the animals that we are following in this film. Polar bears have somewhat replaced pandas as the face of conservation in recent years due to the ever present threat of global warming and how it has directly impacted polar bears and their specific habitats and hunting patterns. And they're adorable. Yeah, they're large predators, but particularly when they're little cubs, polar bears are just so flippin' cute. So, what's not to love about a mama polar bear and her little cubs wandering, playing, hunting, even? It's all quite adorable. Also, it is a direct call to action in this film. Specifically, the end gives you a link to go to Polar Bears International. It obviously is very educational and it has that very specific conservation element to it because previous Disney nature films have had some sort of conservation added in. However, the animals that were subjects of those previous years didn't have a direct conservation effort that was immediately needed. Granted, they did just focus on elephants, which do have a direct conservation need currently. That's not climate related. That's not something people worldwide can make a difference in as easily. It's also under an hour and a half. It's not even an hour and 20 minutes. So it's a pretty easy breezy type of watch. It is cute enough. The bears are entertaining enough that I think this is one that the family can watch together. It never gets too gruesome. Even the real life nature aspects that go into all nature documentaries and just happen in the real world. They don't shy away from showing what happens, but they don't show like the nitty gritty gruesome nature that can take effect. Certainly is appropriate for all ages. Then, why did I say It's one of my least favorites from Disney Nature. Well, to my recollection, I believe this is the first time the narration, which is done very well from Catherine Keener, is handled in a personification type of manner. Instead of a David Attenborough style narration or even just a third party watcher narration, the script is written from the point of view from one of the polar bears. We are narrating the inner thoughts of the polar bear. And for me, that just makes it a lot less successful, makes it a lot more coy and toying towards the audience. It really feels like almost talking down to the audience. And it makes it a lot less educational than so many of our previous documentaries have been. Mostly because assumptions and inferences have to really be made when you decide to narrate on behalf of the animals. Also, the format is strange. It is a flashback format where we have a polar bear who is reminiscing on her time growing up. And it really, I had to stop and think, I wonder if this is actually the same polar bear because they had to have been filming this for years to get to that point. And I think it is, which kudos to the filmmakers for their dedication. Always kudos to documentary filmmakers in these nature documentaries because they literally spend years and years of their lives just filming one subject, hoping to get some good material. And they certainly did by following this one polar bear's life progression. But it was quite strange to have like this flashback type of formatting for a nature documentary like this. And again, it really goes back to that narration style once more of reminiscing on my childhood and growing up and all of this, rather than just kind of presenting what is going on with polar bears. We show them in all of their different hunting aspects, whether it be seals or desperation to go after walruses, birds, or beluga whales. We don't really get the full scope of it with this type of storytelling. And I think that's what really was disappointing for me. Instead of letting the real world amazement unfold on its own and simply discussing and educating, this film tries to take on a different tone and it just didn't quite work. And it just wasn't as successful for me personally. So overall, Polar Bears is a serviceable enough documentary that is cute enough and provides little tidbits of information that the whole family can use. However, it falls short of some of the magic that we got with previous installments from the Disney Nature series. But if you do have Disney Plus, this is exclusive for Earth Day. And as you're planning Earth Day content to maybe help inspire your kids to think about our planet and think about the creatures we share this planet with, I think Polar Bear is a perfectly fine watch on this Earth Day. It's not the best offering they've had, but it's serviceable for the job it's trying to do. So that is my review for Polar Bear. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Have you watched Polar Bear? If you have, let me know your thoughts either in the comment section down below or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.